everyone, it's Evelyn. Thanks for joining me today. Today's video is going to be about my attempted restoration turned customization of Tenney Grant. So I got this doll in a lot on Facebook Marketplace for a great deal. I actually got the lot for Truly Me 40 and not for Tenney. Tenney was just an added bonus. I did have Tenney in my collection at one point, but I sold her. This was a long time ago. I just did not connect with her at all. Luckily though, now I know how to fix up and customize dolls, and I did not back when I had Tenney first. So I figured I could fix this girl up and sell her or customize her. And as you can see by the thumbnail on this video, I went the customizing route. So go ahead, stick around, cozy up, and check out what I did. So here's what she's looking like before. She was obviously very well loved and played with by a child, but now that she's in my home, she's going to get a little bit of TLC. We have marks all over her face. We have kind of hair pulling away from the hairline. We have missing lip paint. We have stains all over her limbs. Her hair is a disaster. We have basically not a lot of hair at the wig cap, like where her part is. And so you can kind of see her part really well, which I'm not loving. And then this big red stain, which I still have not gotten that out. For some reason, I find that red stains are the very hardest, and I wish I would have checked that before I got the dolls. Although like I said, I wasn't after Tenney, I was after Truly Me 40. I would highly recommend that you look at any dolls that you're purchasing secondhand without their clothes on, or ask for pictures, because there's lots of stuff that can hide underneath those clothes. And in this case, that's something that I'm probably not going to be able to get out. A lot of these other things are surface stains or just little marks that I'm going to be able to remove, but that red looks very set in. I'm not sure what it even was to begin with, but it's definitely some sort of stain that is going to be difficult. So the first thing that I do when I bring these dolls into my home is give them a good clean with a magic eraser. The nice thing about magic erasers is they're a little bit abrasive, so you do have to be careful whenever you're going over things like face paint, but the limbs, it kind of mattifies them. It gets all of the dirt off. It gets a lot of surface stains off, which is really nice. Honestly, I would highly recommend these, and you don't even need to get the name brand. These are fairly inexpensive and really go a long way. As you can see, it's just lifting all of these stains right off. We have lots of them on the face here, and a lot of them are just coming off with the magic eraser. But notice how I'm being very careful about where I'm going with this, because I do not want to rub any more face paint off than is already off of this doll. I did try to salvage her hair. I got it wet and was like, oh, well, we'll just see how it looks after a good brushing. So I did that, and it was just so dry. It's not even that it was messy. It was just dingy and dry. There was a lot of hair missing kind of at the front, and I just decided it really wasn't worth it. That's why I'm being maybe a little bit more rough with their hair than I could. Just bear in mind that this is sped up. I don't want to see any more critiquing the way I brush hair in the comments. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Tenney wig really isn't that bad, but I just don't want to keep it on this one. The next thing that I'm doing is I'm getting the rest of these vinyl stains off that did not come off with the magic eraser. And to do this, I use acetone. That's acetone nail polish remover. Now, I've mentioned it before, but acetone could melt vinyl, and you definitely don't want to get this in your doll's eyes. So just be very careful. But what I like to do is go over with the acetone, then go back over with water, and then wipe it off, and then go back again. This way, I am removing the stain very effectively, and I'm not leaving that nail polish remover to sit on the vinyl. So I'm just really trying to get these stains cleaned, and a lot of them are like paint or something. And so the nail polish remover works very well for that. Any stains that the magic eraser doesn't get off, usually anyway, the acetone will work, but it did not work for that big red stain, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and try to use acne cream for that. So here I go using the acne cream. I will link this in the description below. I have had success with this before on black stains. My Truly Me 62 Parker had a bunch of black stains all over her face, and this did work. I only used a heating pad, not sunlight, so I'm gonna have to wait until we get some more sun here in the Midwest. But so far, this is not budging at all, which is very unfortunate. But other than that stain, mostly everything else came off. I think she's looking very good. We do still have to touch up her face paint a little bit, but she's got all her freckles and the rest of the stains on that face came off. So that's pretty good. I also went over with a dry magic eraser to try to mattify her a little bit, but we're just going to get that wig off and finalize this customization. So I'm not going to show you the whole footage of me taking it off, but here's the hardest part. This is always the hardest part for me. That's where most of the glue is. And here she is, ready for her new wig. So I actually chose a red wig. This is like almost like a chestnutty red. It's not super bright, and I think that it's gonna look really good with her eyes. For some reason, I was just really thinking that she would look good as a redhead, and I wanted to try it out. And sure enough, I think she looks really good. Of course, she's going to probably look good in a lot of different wigs, but her eyes are just so gorgeous, and I really wanted to highlight those. I think that this wig does a good job. I am not the best at styling bangs, so, maybe not everybody's favorite, but I really love it, and I think she looks amazing. So now that she's got some nice hair on, let's fix up her face. So I'm trying to match her lip color as best I can, and I'm also going to touch up her cheeks. For cheeks, I use the same floating medium and acrylic paint mixture that I use for the lips. I just kind of dab some on and then work it into a circular motion, kind of on the apples of her cheeks and working upward. Lots of people are going to have different ways to do this. This is just what works well for me. On this side over here, I found that it was starting to dry a little bit, so I grabbed a little bit of extra water on my finger to just kind of help me to get that smoothed out. But you can really layer on a lot of this or just leave it simple and subtle. You could add some blush to her nose. It's just really kind of up to your preference, but I think that it really helps to bring them back to life a little bit, especially if they are faded. So again, I really tried to match this color. Keep in mind that it is going to dry a little bit darker. So right here, it looks a little bit light. I feel like maybe I could have gotten a little bit more corally. Maybe it's a smidge too pink, but it's really about as close as I could get. I didn't want to do a completely new color. So I mixed, I think, terracotta and a pink color, and it looks pretty good. The main thing that I'm trying to do here is, I don't know if you can see my brush strokes on that bottom lip, but while I'm doing it, I can see those brush strokes. So I'm just kind of going back over it and running that brush over and over. So that way there's not any like streaks that have, like thicker streaks. And that really, I think, helps give it more of a natural look. I'm not a professional at this by any means, but I have gotten a lot better at it. I used to basically just use straight up acrylic paint, and that didn't look good because obviously you can tell, like, it looks like you just painted it. But I feel like this is a lot closer to the way that they look coming from the factory. So that's why I use the floating medium. Currently at the moment, I am doing a giveaway to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, and one subscriber is going to get a kit that has the floating medium and the colors that I use for this. So I really just go back over and over and over with that almost dry brush to make sure I have not left any streaks. And as you can see, I'm kind of using my hand to blot some of that excess paint, but I would probably, if I were you, not do that and use a paper towel or something like that. But I'm going back over, and I also like to try to get some on that inner bit. That way it kind of blends in. So like next to the teeth, I have accidentally gotten it on the teeth before, but that's pretty easy to remove. Really, all of this is easy to remove if you accidentally mess up. So just keep that in mind. It's okay. It's going to be okay. You're going to have to make some mistakes to figure it out. And I know I certainly did. And I still am not perfect, but see how tiny of a brush I have to use here? This is like almost even feels too big sometimes, but I'm just really trying to match it. I'm trying to match it to the original color and make it look about as close to Tenney's color as I can. Obviously, it could be a little bit better. I feel like maybe it's a little bit too corally, but I like it. I think it looks really good with her meat shirt. I think that it's fine. I maybe could go back and do a few more coats, but again, I just really do not want any streaks in there. I want it to look as close as I can to coming from the factory. So that's what I've done here. Touched up her lips a little bit, and here is how she is looking. I just love love the red hair on her. Don't get me wrong, she looks amazing as a blonde, and I am trying this blonde wig on her. This is about as close to her original wig as I have, and honestly, she looks really great in this too. I think she's just going to be one of those dolls that just looks really good no matter what you put her in. For example, here she is in a dark brown, and oh my Lanta, do her eyes pop in this one. It bugs me that the eyebrows don't match, so it's definitely not permanent, but oh, she just looks so cute. And then here's one more just for fun, like a short bob with bangs. Again, here she is before, really crusty and musty and well loved, we shall say. Lots of marks on her face, lots of stains, wear and tear. Her wig, not so great. And here she is after. Here she is in that beautiful wig. I will see if I can find this one. This one's from Zazu, of course, and link it in the description box below. But here she is before and after with the other wigs that I tried on her. So there she is with the blonde, and then we're going to have the brunette wig, and then we're going to have the red, and of course the very cute bob with like the strawberry blonde. And here is her final before and after shot. This after shot was taken outside, so you can really see her eyes pop with the red wig. I think that it looks really good. She is not going to have this wig glued down, so I'm going to be able to change her up whenever I want to, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be the wig for her character, which I do envision to be some sort of Nashville girl, just like Taylor Swift and Tenney. She's maybe a little bit country, a little bit city, but I'm not really the best at developing characters, and I'm not the best at naming. So if you have any suggestions, definitely feel free to let me know down below in the description, and also let me know which was your favorite color wig on her. And of course, the very cute bob with like the strawberry blonde. And here is her final before and after shot. This after shot was taken outside, so you can really see her eyes pop with the red wig. I think that it looks really good. She is not going to have this wig glued down, so I'm going to be able to change her up whenever I want to, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be the wig for her character, which I do envision to be some sort of Nashville girl, just like Taylor Swift and Tenney. She's maybe a little bit country, a little bit city, but I'm not really the best at developing characters, and I'm not the best at naming. So if you have any suggestions, definitely feel free to let me know down below in the description, and also let me know which was your favorite color wig on her. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching. And of course, again, I can't thank you enough for 1,000 subscribers. As of today, December 22nd, 2023, my 1,000 subscriber giveaway is still live. So if you have not had a chance to enter that, you can go ahead and do so. I'm giving away a doll for first prize, and then second prize is going to be a lip and cheek touch-up kit. I do plan on releasing one more video before Christmas if I can, but if not, I will speak to you guys again soon. Take care of yourselves. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, enjoy time with your loved ones, and take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.